Thanks for the hat today. Being around these bleeding heart pacifists all day. It's nice to get out there and put the gun to use. And, about the shit I said. You know, about how I hooked up with the Nightingales. Anyway, I'm off to tell Fee what went down. See you around.
Raphael to pin the patient down, or ready another dose of sedative.
No, we can't keep sedating him. It can't be good for the patient. And we should give Raphael a break. He's already done a lot.
Oh, you think yourself more capable of wrestling with an unruly patient? I can't tell if that's arrogance or misplaced compassion.
Misplaced? After everything he's done for us, just because he could have been hurt, all just to keep the rest of us safe.
Ellis, enough. Sulking has its place, but that place is not during a biopsy.
Oh, hello. You know, I always thought being a doctor would be the easiest thing in the world. If someone is sick, you cure them. If they're hurting, you treat it. Maybe Raphael is right, you know? Maybe Cassandra is right. Maybe even when you're trying to do the good thing, it's still... Sorry. You probably didn't walk up to me just to hear me ramble. Is there something I can do for you?
What's his story?
We picked him up nearby, I think. Definitely a raider. Raphael said something about Bosco's guy, but I don't really know what or who that is. He's been a bit... well, I hate to say it, but feral comes to mind. Mumbling nonsense, snapping teeth, fighting us at every turn. We had to strap him down and sedate him. I don't even know if he wants our help with how hard he was fighting back. Raphael was stronger, but...
You did your best.
I'm starting to wonder. What if he'd really hurt Raphael? Or killed someone? Or he's in a lot of pain and we can't help him anyway? Well, no one got hurt this time. Fiona thinks she can get one of the diagnostic machines running, but Cassandra's probably already figured it out. We have those vials you and Raphael recovered from the ship. Helped us treat the cholera Yorks and his men had. But we had a diagnosis there. It's just... a lot to take in. Sorry, I didn't mean to ramble more at you.
Oh, yes. Seems poor Ellis is at war with himself. He so desperately wants to do the right thing. But the right thing is so often elusive. You make decisions as to what's right and wrong daily, don't you? Tell me, this patient here, a raider by profession, most likely responsible for many vile deeds. In your opinion, is this patient better off dead?
He deserves to live.
As a Nightingale, I'd be inclined to agree. Our cardinal rule is not to judge those in our care. Not for their past or their future. It means accepting responsibility for any outcome. And sometimes, that's an ideal we pay dearly for. Ellis is struggling because he's confronted by too many options, but he's unable to embrace any of them.
What do you think?
I think Ellis is young and has a lot to learn. Violence especially seems to unnerve him. He tries to hide behind Nightingale's teachings to protect himself. But despite appearances, the Nightingales are not pacifists.
There's no good answer. Taking action puts us at risk, but inaction could be deadly.
Action or inaction, the choice must still be made. But enough about that. I'm glad you stopped by. I've heard you have a curious little gadget called a Vitomatic. I happen to have a passing familiarity with such devices. So, here, take these notes. They'll explain how to reset the Vitomatic scanning parameters. That should allow it to detect any diseases that have undergone post-war mutation.
How did you know that?
Fiona would have you believe I'm technophobic. And while I do little to dissuade that notion, I don't deny the usefulness of pre-war machinery. In fact, I spent much of my youth hunting for such things. I'm actually quite familiar with a number of pre-war technologies. Your little scanner, for example, was made over 200 years ago by Robco. With so much time having passed since its creation, it was certain that a few of its coding variables basically needed a nudge in order to compensate.
Come on, tell me the whole story. Who were you before all this?
Before I was a nightingale, I was an addict. Not for chems or alcohol, mind you, but the results of my addiction were no less burdensome. I was addicted to scavenging, searching old ruins, hoping to find forgotten breakthroughs, lost miracle cures. Years wasted picking over a corpse long dead. Who I was before doesn't matter. What does matter is this. The past holds no answers, only lessons.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
You're welcome.
To do, that's all. Did you end up going out there to meet the late caravan, or do I even need to ask?
Super mutant ambush. I brought back what I could carry, but...
I'm sure you did what you could. I'll let Bunker Hill know. Let's hope Circe comes through on this opportunity of hers. What?
You planning to sleep sometime this month? No offense, but by the way you're swaying, I wouldn't let you so much as take my temperature right now.
I'll make you a deal. I'll sleep when you put your gun down for 2 minutes.
Your funeral.
Glad to see you're back safe. And I'm sorry to hear about the caravan. Besides the loss of lives, this won't make a convincing case that we're worth visiting out here. In any case, is there something I can help you with?
What's next for you?
There's something else that needs doing, but it requires traveling. Circe is out on an interview, and I'd like you to back her up.
What kind of interview is this gonna be?
Someone got in touch with us about donating some funds and supplies. They were pretty vague on details, but Circe seemed to think it was a good idea. At least, she thought it was a good idea to see what the offer is, how many strings are attached, that kind of thing. I trust her to handle that part. That said, I'm usually the one negotiating, and those things can go wrong very quickly. I'd feel better if you were there to keep her safe.
No problem. I'd be glad to help.
I'll mark the meeting spot on your map. Circe will be waiting for you just outside. Stay safe out there.
Hi.
Oh, hey. I'm glad to see you. I'm a bit out of my element here.
Are you okay?
Yeah, just a bit jittery. Fiona's the talker usually. She has a way of phrasing even go to hell a way that makes people ask for directions. But it's my contact, and the whole logistics thing is also kind of my problem. I'll be happy if we just avoid bloodshed.
That's why I'm here.
I appreciate it, really. These guys are a bit... Well, they're not local, and they do things their own way. Unpredictable. They make me nervous. It's a bit odd seeing the new Liberty Trading Company in the Commonwealth. Guess something caught their attention.
Who are these people?
Some kind of...
Health gangs were off.
Merchant, I think? From south along the coast. Or was it north? The important part is they're offering to fund us. But I've been around long enough to know if something feels too good to be true, it probably is. And their pitch? Too good to ignore.
What's the big deal?
Well, the Nightingales, were on the move. We were pretty self-sufficient. Foraging for medicine and food, donations from patients. Now that we're set up in one spot, there's logistics to consider. We need permanent guards, scouts for ingredients, caravan connections. It all comes back to funding. Preferably the kind with no strings or interest. And that's exactly what we're being offered here. We can survive without this, but it'll be survival only. Something tells me that this trading company knows it as well.
All right. Let's get started.
Yeah. If they're for real, we could start dreaming bigger with this whole hospital idea. Train new doctors, keep all the caches stocked properly. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just get through this meeting and hope my bad luck's on break for today, yeah? I sure do feel better with a couple of ex-gunners for backup, though. Shows we're not pushovers. One more thing. If at any point you think it's a bad deal, just say so and we'll walk away. Fiona will understand. I'm from the Nightingales. Got a meeting? So far, so good, I think.
Lydia Proudmore. I'm your contact for today's negotiations. You must be Dr. Circe. You're late.
Late? We didn't even set a time, just a day.
Ah, that's right. I understand working clocks are somewhat rare in this region. My clerk must have tried to accommodate you. A pity you failed to mention that to me, or I wouldn't have had to wait for 3 hours in this, well, whatever it was.
Oh, sorry to keep you waiting, Miss Proudmore.
Can't be helped, I'm sure. Let's proceed. In this envelope are the details of the sums the NLTC would like to invest in your organization. If you're agreeable to our terms, the first shipment will be forwarded to your location beginning of...
That's... Miss, this is a lot of caps. Antiseptic, copper, lenses... Wait, did you say first shipment?
That's right. You seem surprised. Those are the estimated startup costs for an organization such as yourself, are they not?
And then some. But I mean, last time I saw a caravan be this generous, they set up their own guys and tried to rip off the town for the losses.
A brazen tactic to be expected of the small fish that swim in this small pond. We do not operate through such petty maneuvers. I assure you, there is no clause in our prospective agreement about losses. the NLTC will assume all responsibility of security during delivery.
But
It's a generous offer we're putting on the table, Doctor. One that I can just as easily take to many other initiatives in this territory. Your friend here has certain ventures that I'm sure could use those finances. Yours is simply one with the most promise for the investment.
That's right, my friend. I'd like to talk to them for a second. Privately.
By all means. But I require an answer before you leave this room today. I have no intention of staying here longer than I absolutely have to.
I don't like it. That has to be the longest stick I've ever seen up anyone's ass. Every alarm bell is going off right now, but I can't figure out what her angle is.
Do you believe her?
They have a reputation for honoring written contracts, at least from what I've heard. If it's on paper, they mean it, but... Well, this paper doesn't say anything about intentions. It does have a lot of pretty big numbers, though.
I'll talk to her. Maybe we can work this out.
Smart. Go ahead. It'll give me some time to read the contract again.
Hey there.
Well, hello. There's really no need for stalling. This is a legitimate contract, sanctioned and enforceable by the Home Office even out here. Although, I understand the apprehension and respect the caution.
Who are you, anyway?
Lydia Proudmoore. I'm a trader with the New Liberty Trading Company. That means I have the rank to offer investments like the one I handed Dr. Circe. In case that's too confusing, I am someone with access to a lot of money, and I can give it to whomever I choose. That's all you need to know.
What's your angle?
I am here as part of a delegation tasked with taking measures of prospective profits that could be accrued with preemptive investments.
Nothing's free. I know how it is.
It's true that a hospital in these times is not a reliable source of returns. Though truth be told, this investment is rather paltry. Our interest is a bit larger in scope. This hospital is something the people here are in desperate need of, yet no one has thought to invest. When it becomes a crucial part of the infrastructure of the region, the people funding it will be in the best position to leverage elsewhere. You are more shrewd than you're given credit for. I will keep this in mind.
Why should I trust you?
Trust is cheap. Freely given, freely taken away. It has no tradable value. Frankly, I don't care if you trust me. Reputation has value. The shipments I'm offering have value. And this hospital they're endeavoring to build, that has value. Up to you which part of that you consider to be the most worthy reason. But don't fool yourself with matters of trust.
I can see that we're gonna get along just fine.
Always refreshing to meet a like-minded individual so far from home. Perhaps we can do closer business after this is concluded.
That's all for now.
Oh, hey. So, what do you think? Should we take it?
Are there any other options?
I don't know. Do you have a pile of caps lying around that you'd be willing to give to us? No strings attached?
I sure do.
Wait, really? Huh. I should have probably asked before we walked in here then. Well, I guess that takes care of the necessity part. Thank you. We can still take her up on the deal, though, if you think it's worth it. Double the resources?
I'm in. Let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. If there's more to it later, we'll handle it. But this will really help us help more people. I'll go let her know. Miss Proudmore, this is a really generous investment. I'm ready to sign on behalf of the Nightingales.
Wonderful. In that case, our business here is concluded. I have faith that our resources will be well spent. High risk, high cost, uncertain returns. I think of this.
Hey there.
That wasn't bad. And these supplies? Fiona will be over the moon. She's always wanted a proper hospital, and this is the ticket to getting it set up. With these funds and your investment, the Nightingales can do a lot of good. Listen, before we head back, there's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. I've been a Nightingale for a while now, and normally this is the point where shit goes wrong and I'm a lone survivor looking for a change of scenery. So, this might seem like it's coming out of nowhere, but could you use someone like me in one of your settlements?
Of course. Let's do it.
Glad to hear you say that. I'll sleep easier once I'm in a new place, I think. I'll talk to Fiona as soon as I'm back to make my way to... where you want me?